Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. It is Thursday, the 10th of December, 2020, and 'tis the season. I've cracked open the nog early today because it's a celebratory type of day. 10 new Star Wars shows. I can't remember. This is the thing about all these announcements. If you don't know, Disney Investor Day, there's going to be 10 new Star Wars Disney Plus series. There's a Rogue Squadron movie by Patty Jenkins. It is there's so many announcements that I can't remember all the announcements. But to help me along my way, Carey will be here hopefully later. He's off. He's doing his thing with Yoko and the gang. But joining me in the meantime, filling the shoes very, very well, setting the standard for shoe filling. I'm trying to get this as good as possible. From the Canto Bite Dispatch, it's Emily Lind. How you doing?
Hey. Is this the most Star Wars there's ever been to talk about?
Yes, easily. This is like 30 years of Star Wars in one day. I feel like it's been announced. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Help out the algorithm while you're watching. Join us in the live chat. Hit like, all that good stuff. Retweet us if you're watching on Twitter, Periscope. And this episode will be a Patreon All Access as well. So it will be on the iTunes feed as well, but for just $3 a month, you get shows like this every day, Monday to Thursday on the Patreon content feed, along with all this other bonus stuff. Over 700 episodes, Emily.
That's a lot.
It's a fair bit. But when you compare it to the amount of Star Wars content that just got announced, it pales in comparison. Now, I had my prediction show yesterday, and I don't want to open up the classic Steele Wars segment of Steele wasn't wrong this time, but I did say they were going to go hard. The share price, gotta watch the share price, you guys. But ironically, not sharing all the content that they were sharing. Those that were worried about the share price. But so I had this thing that I wanted yesterday that a prophecy fulfilled, Emily. I'll put this up on the screen here. This is yesterday's show and then me today. I want to see one of these things. I want if one of these little screens with line, and then they go, other little logos pop up. I want to see one of these things. Please stop. He's still talking in my ears. All right, I've gotten rid of him. So happy. But yeah, we got all our things in the air behind someone.
Yeah, and it's a lot of things.
It's a hell of a lot of things. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Normally I can sort of work out a conversation, but here we go. Billy Davis, Steele, I'm going nuts over here. Oh, Braxton, this is so funny. I was seeking this before, right? So do you feel emotionally drained, Emily, after this? Just between you and me?
No, I'm good.
Really? I'm emotionally drained. And then Braxton lets me know, hey, Steele, there's a Mando episode tonight. Gotta keep going. It's going to be
yeah, there is.
I'm going to pick up some more nog. What's the one thing that you can remember that stands out?
I mean, Patty Jenkins is pretty awesome.
All right. Love that you bring it up. Go keep going. Sorry, I didn't even have to jump. I could have just did what I'm about to do without. Yeah, keep going. Sorry, Emily.
Yeah, so Patty Jenkins is doing the next Star Wars feature film, 2023, and it's Rogue Squadron, which frankly, like, not the most exciting project for me, but I like Patty Jenkins, and also I like, hey, there's a Star Wars movie coming out, specifically is a thing with a director and a name and a plot.
Now, I'm like you. I'm a fan of Patty Jenkins, but not such a fan of the subject matter, Rogue Squadron. Like, do you know what I mean? That I was also watching it and I was confused. Like, when is this? Is Wedge in this?
Well, because like Kathleen said something about like going on to an exciting new time in Star Wars, and then announced Rogue Squadron, and I was confused.
I got the impression from what she said, because it said it was taking Star Wars forward. She after she announced it, she mentioned something about the future, the next generation of pilots, or something like that. So I'm taking it it's after 9.
Maybe, and maybe it's just the title that is throwing me there.
Now, sorry, I'm just getting something ready. So
Sam Carey says in the chat that the X-Wing is a sequel design.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Then
I'm more excited about it.
Yeah. Do you want to get way more excited about it?
Okay.
Well, I will take you to Patty Jenkins's Twitter feed for a video she just posted. So, what out of 10? How excited are you?
I'm probably right now at about a 7.
All right. Here we go. Buffering. Still buffering.
This is either helping my excitement or lowering it. I'm not sure.
Building up the anticipation.
Okay.
Hot dog, this is a lot of buffering.
This better be pretty good, Steele.
All right, I'm going to pause and press play again. Damn it! All right, I'm just going to refresh the whole page. All right, so now it plays. All right. Dude, I had it set up so good as well. I'm getting so close to being like adequate at this. I feel like
Dream big, Steele.
That's the internet. All right. Anyway, very mean. All right. I started this conversation at a level 7 excitement for Emily Lind, and now I'm down to a 4.
You're the one who said you were dreaming of being adequate.
All right. Let's go to Patty. Let's lighten the mood.
Okay.
I love to move fast and speed of any kind. I think that that's because I grew up the daughter of a great fighter pilot, and every day I would wake up and go outside and look up and see my father and his squadron taking off in their F-4s roaring across the sky, and it was the most thrilling thing still I've experienced in my entire life. So when he lost his life in service to this country, it ignited a desire in me to turn all of that tragedy and thrill into one day making the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time. But try as I might and look as I did, I couldn't find the right story ever. I kept looking and looking, but I just couldn't find the right one until now. Now I found a movie about 2 things I love. So I'm going to see you very soon.
Pretty good.
Do you know what this is a landmark day, Emily?
What's that?
It's the first time I've ever seen someone on rollerblades and not wanted to mock them.
I hope somebody in the movie has rollerblades. Space rollerblades?
Blades. Hydroblades. So you said someone said that it was a sequel trilogy X-Wing in the logo, but that was an original trilogy X-Wing on the tarmac. Just saying. Tim Dunlop. Look, Tim. It's all. Everyone loves it when Tim says it. That's an OT X-Wing as well. But when I say it,
What are you talking about? There's a delay, you know.
Yeah, there's a delay, all right.
Well, I mean, mostly announced since we got our TV, but I do like the other movie announcement. Okay, I'm a little disappointed. There's the fact that there's no Rian Johnson news makes me kind of give up on that, and that makes me very sad.
Show the sweater. Not this time. It's not. It's so lame. It's so like weak. Just never to mention it again.
Yeah, like just tell me it's not happening, please.
Oh, they've told me.
But
we are here today for some consumer engagement and to not mention the Rian Johnson trilogy.
Yeah. Taika, though. Taika's still happening.
It's not enough Rian Johnson consumer touchstones.
You know what? Here's the thing about Rian Johnson. He's going to be making all sorts of awesome things that I will love.
Great.
And it makes me sad he's not doing Star Wars because I feel like Rian Johnson is a guy who, as a filmmaker, like is very much like my aesthetic and my like whole thing. Like it's right in line with how he makes movies. And also I think he like looks at Star Wars a lot in the same way I do. So it sucks. But I'm going to be happy with another Knives Out movie, and I'm going to be happy with whatever else he does. And I'm also going to be happy for him not dealing as much with horrible, toxic Star Wars people.
Hey, I got a scoop for you. Emily.
Okay, what's that?
Corey's just texted me. He says, let's start in an hour.
God bless that boy.
All right, I had the Star Wars Twitter feed here somewhere. I just figured we should just go down that.
Oh, okay.
Attack of the Mouse yet again. Let's go. Come on, mouse. Yes. Good stuff, mouse. What did you think about the presentation? Like, hasn't like photoreal CGI humans come a long way since Rogue One?
So I liked the angry sports guy who was yelling the whole time.
He was furious at how well sports were doing.
It's
sports. Sports are streaming.
Sports are very important. You have to yell at all.
Got ESPN. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Octagon. Yeah, he was. That was a bit of great. I haven't interacted with many people this year. He seemed very aggressive. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, where is this? What did I do with? I've lost my link. So first thing that they mentioned at the top of the show. over the next few years, roughly 10 Marvel series, 10 Star Wars series, and blah, 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 blah. I tell you what's so funny. I had it back on before, and they're talking about like just random shows, like Chip and Dale and like just all these like it was still going. Like there's this Swiss Family Robinson. They're getting a bit of action, but it was
That's
just
one of those one that comes up like every 10 years or so. There's a new Swiss Family Robinson.
They just won't. It was just like it was a flood. Like it was that Star Wars thing, but just going on about stuff that I don't like.
You don't care about the new Turner and Hooch TV show?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Emilio Estevez back in the Mighty Ducks. Out of control. Oh, the Alien show sounded interesting though.
I think that could be cool, and I think the Taika Waititi Reservation Dogs reservation set comedy is going to be amazing.
What did you make of that Mando sizzle reel? I was pretty psyched on that.
Very Bo-Katan heavy.
Yes. Very Bo-Katan heavy. Will that make sense in 2 episodes with all this real world action? So let's start with Ahsoka, a new original series starring Rosario Dawson and set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, is coming to Disney Plus. There is a Ahsoka logo, which is quite uniquely Star Wars and seems to reference the world between worlds. I know you would have reservations about more Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
And we will, if you haven't already, donate to the Trans Rights Are Human Rights fundraiser on GoFundMe. The link is normally underneath here. But yeah, I guess. Do you want to step to that at all, and then talk about the actual show?
Yeah, I mean, my perspective out of it is hiring somebody who those accusations have been made against and are still open gives me a lot of pause. Like the Gina Carano thing, and we'll get into that later, but because that other show has me a little bit worried. But they didn't know about her, and that was something that came up when the show had already filmed their 2nd season. The Rosario stuff, I get that it is for a lot of people not as cut and dried because it is a situation where we don't know the truth about what happened. But I'm somebody who is, when there's accusations like that, always going to give the benefit of the doubt to the victim. And so just the fact that they've been so quiet over the Gina stuff, when you put this on top of it, it's disappointing.
Yeah, especially the way they've been using images of Gina for promotion and thumbnails and stuff. It's like you are not blinking, giant corporation. The original series that's set within the timeline of The Mandalorian is a concept I've been begging for, the Mandoverse. So I'm kind of excited that, I'm a sucker for people that know each other.
Yeah.
Then they separate and then they meet up later on.
Yeah, and the announcement that it's all going to culminate in some sort of crossover event.
What was mentioned about that?
She said it's all going to, she said, when they announced those 2 shows, Kathleen had some line about how, and then it'll all join back up.
It was hard to take it all in. I was sort of just like, what did you just say? But yeah, that's pretty sick. And it's a smart move. You got the momentum. Keep going that way. So sort of, in that mid-range of expectation. This one, Rangers of the New Republic, original series set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, is coming to Disney Plus. One would assume that these Rangers are the X-Wing pilots.
I hope so.
Yeah. It's such a hard one to know what to think about it, because like show about Dave Filoni and his mate, it could be great. But what's that X-Wing pilot's name?
Carson Teva, is that him?
Carson Teva.
I mean, that is a name I see in the thing. I think that's that guy.
Okay. Like him on adventures sounds pretty interesting. X-Wings, love them. Love the post Return of the Jedi era. It's just, if we're going to get in a position of looking forward to a show that stars someone that, like Gina, like whatever you think about politics or whatever, is like 3,000 people per day are dying. So, and in countries where they wear masks and like no people are dying. So to spread, like, use your influence and your voice to spread misinformation about it. It's just, people go on about Star Wars being an escape, and I don't want to sit down and then watch someone on this show that's actively making things worse for our real lives.
Yeah, it makes it much harder to enjoy that escape. But you have to think that this show was at least originally conceived for Carey. And the fact that they didn't announce that it's about her, I mean, maybe gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, but it's also like they're not bold.
No.
Shmeezy saying Steele, no politics, please. I'm not, like, why is like 3,000 people dying a day political? It's.
I also don't think saying that trans people are people and should be equally respected is also not a political opinion.
So yeah, it's very, very what your definition of politics is. And the other thing is, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. It's cool. So yeah, it's the whole thing with her is just puzzling, that she's like still like she's willing to put that up against her career, I guess, because that it all adds to it. So it is very, very strange. But Emily, I'm about to take you to a happy place.
Yay!
Everything I did for the Rebellion. Andor, an original series set in the Star Wars universe, is streaming in 2022. Catherine Neen, where you at? Nowhere to be found in the chat.
I assume just like watching this over and over and over again.
True that. She's got better things to do. Let's check it out.
Everything I did for the rebellion. Rogue One, in many ways, it's a film that connected new audiences with the oldest fans. It was a bittersweet feeling, you know, in the premiere, knowing that it was just one film. But then magic happens, right? As you can see, we're getting ready. We're building stages, we're rehearsing, we're training, we're trying costumes, we're doing everything to make sure we do the best show. I'm really excited having the chance to explore Cassian. It's really fun to go on a set that is emulating something you like so much.
The enormity of this is like doing a big feature film.
It's very cinematic. For me, that's where the excitement is.
12 episodes, 12 scripts, over 200 named cast members, over 6,000 crowd people, a lot of creatures that come in from the creature department.
We treat this exactly like we would have filmed. There is no difference in our approach.
Every creature and droid that we've been building has the same care and level of attention to detail as the previous films.
It's huge, it's thrilling, but also it's wonderfully challenging.
There's tons of possibilities to explore. It is the building of a revolution.
Yeah. Hey, these two images, that the Star Destroyer on its side getting built, and then why are you even building it on your side? That's got to make it harder. This one of Cassian, what sort of? I'm not so sure. I am not sure what sort of ship that is, but with the cockpit cracked and his face all scraped up. What do you reckon, Emily?
Oh, it's awesome.
Don't. Oh, that was. Oh, look at that with Tarkin in that, like, chamber of officers. That is amazing. I'm guessing that's Tarkin.
Could be. Could be.
Bit of swoop. Oh, planning out stuff. Who doesn't like a plan? Blowing up a dam.
I'm so excited for Mon Mothma.
Andor.
Logo's sweet. What do you think of the logo?
It's all right. It's a bit video gamey.
Yeah.
It's like Andor Game Solid or something. But it doesn't. Yeah. You asked me. I wasn't going to comment.
No,
Here we are.
Opinion.
I
I was hoping for a Jimmy Smits announcement, but I still hold out hope.
Then we've got the Obi-Wan sand. They didn't show us the footage for that, but Hayden Christensen returns as Darth Vader, and this is the concerning thing. Oh, so I had to put that up because because when you play video, if you cover it up a little bit, it doesn't get copyright. I don't know. Algorithm. We serve. Live by the algorithm, die by the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy said in the rematch of the century.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Yeah, that was frightening. Frightening.
Because we saw their rematch in a movie. And it was pretty cool. I'm rather fond of it, really. And I would like to keep it special and cool.
Yeah, I hope it's just they're just rematching in flashbacks or something.
Yeah, maybe rematching in they are opposed to each other but never actually meet up. And we just see, like, I'm fine if we see Darth Vader on the show, like, doing his own little Darth Vader thing. that is opposed to whatever Obi-Wan's doing, but they just happen to never actually be on screen together.
Please.
Happy for Hayden, though.
Yeah, that's that trip to Galaxy's Edge paid off. James says, what happened to Corey? Oh, it's tragic, buddy.
I'm Corey now.
He's covering Marvel.
I killed him.
It's a tragic story. Here you go, James. Bang. There you go.
Oh, wrong way. There we go.
Excellent.
Oh, I just need the little like jib jab mouth.
Sam Carey asks James L. Jones to return. Who can say? So yeah, I wonder if is anyone read in the chat any leaks of footage that they showed and stuff for that sort of thing? I'm sure. I know. I talked to Scott that he was at the Disney Shareholders Day last year, and he called in to show us to tell us about what he saw, and his feed didn't have bonus extras. He was very sad, very, very sad. Then Emily, we've got the Bad Batch. I just thought, oh yeah, cool. There's going to be a Saturday morning Star Wars cartoon on for me to watch. But was Fennec Shan in this?
People keep saying that. I didn't see it, but I also didn't go back to rewatch it. So
let's check it out. I like this.
That was cool.
The Emperor addressing the troops. That sort of piqued my interest.
It did have Tarkin though. I know it is Tarkin, and I was happy.
That's where I was like, I'm sure I saw Tarkin today. Okay, there's. Is that her?
Could be.
Wait there. I'm gonna.
I can't. Is that her Mandalorian outfit?
What do you mean a Mandalorian outfit?
As in the thing that she's wearing on the Mandalorian.
Ah, yeah. Sorry.
Not like yeah. To show the Mandalorian, not the people, the Mandalorians.
Trying to find where's the cardboard cutout of it. Oh, here we go. That's her. That is her.
Okay, cool.
Check.
Sweet.
Oh. Where'd she go? Where'd she go in the costume? There she goes. That's what I want. That is her. That's cool as.
Okay, that makes me more excited about that show.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. Well, if you weren't watching carefully, scoops, hey? How about him? We don't need Corey. We don't need him. Covering Marvel. What a bloody traitor. Get this screen back up. That's cool. The shipyards.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, seeing all this Fennec Shan again. Just seeing shots of clones and that just shooting at other things. It's like,
I mean, it's hard to differentiate that from all the other times we've seen lots of clones shooting at things.
so much shooting. And then Tarkin in the house right there. I'll get his little.
That was quite an impressive display.
So there you go. But it's you know, smart that they're like continuing on popular things.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whether or not you want it or not, it's sort of like that's what they should be doing. So Bad Batch. This one, Star Wars Visions, Emily, an original series of animated short films, celebrates the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators, coming in 2021.
Well, I mean, one of the cool things about this is I hadn't heard anything about this at all. And I like the actual surprises. It makes me happy.
I am so pumped. Like anime Star Wars.
Yeah, and like different stories. I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah, that's the one I'm sort of like, what does that mean? When is it? Does it take place all over? Is it reinterpretations of existing things? Is it like canon extensions? Is it just like whatevs? Like, do you know what I mean? Is it just like a Lego Star Wars sort of like bleh?
Yeah, I'm hoping short films isn't like the little 3-minute things they throw up on the YouTube page for the kids.
Nah, brutal. Killing me. You are killing me. But you see those anime style animated shorts that fans do of like the TIE fighter pilots and stuff, and they're just incredible. So yeah, what a sweet surprise. And this there is just so much the weight of news. Like I'd forgotten about this one until now for the entire show. The galaxy's favorite scoundrel, Lando Calrissian, will return in Lando, a brand new event series for Disney Plus. What the heck? I'm not sure if you've seen, Emily, but there were a group of fans. They did a few tweets about a Solo 2 show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you saw that. It was just a couple.
I saw it in the beginning.
Yeah. But full credit to them. They get the reward. So hats off to everyone at Star Wars Newsnet and the Resistance broadcast for your Make Solo 2 happen, because they're making the best and safest, popularity-wise, part 2 of Solo you can do.
Yeah, I'll watch a Lando cartoon. Come on, that's awesome.
Cartoon?
Well, this was because they went from this was during the animated announcements, right? So I thought everything in this part was animated because they did the live action stuff and then they did the animated stuff and then they did the movies. Am I wrong on that?
I don't know.
Because they said it moving on to the animation, and so I assumed this was animated.
No! Go to StarWars.com.
Someone please correct me in the comments, because I was also confused about the Leslie Headland show.
Nah, man. It says everyone's favorite scoundrel, Lando Calrissian, will return in a brand new event series for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Creator Justin Simonin, creator of the critically acclaimed Dear White People and a huge Star Wars fan, is developing the story.
Okay. None of that says that it's live action, though.
Yeah, but this is all in the live action. It's between Rangers of the New Republic and Andor.
But they announced it during the animated section.
And then all the animated stuff is together.
Okay. Then they just announced it in a really confusing way.
Yeah, I think it's live action.
Because it came after the Bad Batch, so I just and Vision, so I just assumed because they had already announced the live action stuff.
Yeah,
because Kathleen even had before the Bad Batch thing, they're like, nah, now moving on to animated. And so I was very confused about both that and the Acolyte.
Yeah, I think they just jumped. They just did the Bad Batch and then bounced back. Braxton asks, does event mean limited series? Yes, I would. It might even be, I don't know, like a 4-part thing, shorter. It's an event. Yeah, most people think it was live action.
Okay. They need to structure their reveals better then.
I'll pass that on. So Lando, I feel like that's just a win. Like, who doesn't want to see more Lando?
I mean, everybody wants to see more Lando, right?
I feel like they should. And it's like, he's just so charming in it. And yeah, that's just like, it's so weird. Like, remember when they bought Disney and they bought Lucasfilm and they're like, they're going to have all this. And now it's today. And there's all this, and it's overwhelming. Man, I would hate to have brought out my weekly podcast today.
Yeah. Was that a bad time to do that? I wonder what that would feel like.
If you're watching the Hyperchat and I've been telling all week, big announcements.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's strategically impossible for them not to make big announcements.
Yeah, sure, but we had already recorded on Monday. And then, it's like, it was Thursday is the exact wrong time for them to do big announcements for our show.
How dare they?
I know.
All right. This one, Face Melter. Leslie Headland brings a new Star Wars series to Disney Plus with The Acolyte. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era.
We were all thinking High Republic cartoon, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
I feel like this is our Rian Johnson trilogy. This is like, it's got to take that place in our hearts.
Yeah.
Of setting a whole new like era and doing something like super fresh. So,
and I like that
Bobby giveth as he taketh away.
I like that they're building it a mystery thriller. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of like some dark side stuff.
I just love it. I've just got
even the title, The Acolyte, that's all sorts of like ominous.
I'm not into that.
Oh, I like it.
Too tough. Man, that's just like what it's like unimaginable what it's going to be. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Are you more interested in the mystery or the thrilling?
It's hard to separate those two genres.
Okay. But here's the thing about Leslie Headland and Russian Doll. She can plot the hell out of stuff. That show is so intricate. Man, if you thought Back to the Future 2 was confusing, you haven't seen anything till you've seen this show. Highly recommended. And
yes,
if she's
that famously confusing movie.
Hey, they had to draw the lines to explain the two timelines on the whiteboard, remember?
Uh-huh.
I understood Back to the Future the first time I saw it. Anyway.
It's a really good impression of me.
That's it. Thank you.
I think I think that show has the potential to be the most like new and interesting thing. And also I think it'll be, I mean, God only knows, fingers crossed, but I would think very much one story, not like anything like a couple episodes of Mandalorian you could just sort of watch on their own as like fun. I don't think it's going to be like one-off fun adventure episodes with that show.
No. Man, and just to like watch a mystery and look for clues. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, from
think
like
of all the theories people are going to have.
dude, bring back the red circles. Get them back. Could be our time for the red circleites. Thomas Sutton says she can. Steele's right. Russian doll. We don't need to read the rest. We got to the Steele's right bit. Russian doll was super unpredictable and multi-layered. Which of these shows is Toro in Steele? The Ahsoka one. They're aren't you part of the ship Toroka? You like that, Emily?
I don't love it. It doesn't really like fall off the tongue easily.
All right. Jordan wants to start a new segment, bad segment, and it's Steele is occasionally wrong. Okay. She's not doing the Ahsoka show. Fine. Have it your way.
I'm so glad she's not doing the Ahsoka show.
All right. Braxton's he's a good one. I love Steele's gripes. Hey, this day's had everything, Emily.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it's got now?
Gripes?
Corey Van Dyke.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What
Corey.
is happening? What happened in the Marvel universe, buddy?
Same old. Well, you actually want me to talk about it?
All right, just tell us just give us the banner headlines.
Yeah, what's the big?
Yeah, they announced Fantastic Four.
Movie or TV show?
Movie.
Did they announce who's doing it?
John Watts will be doing it. They also talked about Black Panther 2. They talked about a new show called Iron Heart, which is like going to follow a new Iron Man. Yeah, they've already done the casting effort.
With Reed, that's going to be awesome.
Yes. They announced Captain Marvel 2 with like the addition of Miss Marvel will be in it. And they show the trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier that comes out in March. They talked about Blade a little bit more. Did some She-Hulk stuff. Just a bunch you can find on Disney Plus Twitter. So
settle a
live reaction content. Emily, content.
Emily.
That's right.
Thanks to Mark who tagged me into this on Twitter. Disney Plus announced Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, the series described as an event starring Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn. And will follow a sect of Skrulls who have invaded Earth.
There.
I need a moment.
They'll also be in Spider-Man. Every character in this announcement will be in Spider-Man.
Okay,
Emily.
sorry about that.
Wow. God, you just did me if they dropped a Toro show.
Right.
Whew. Okay, I'm glad that's on video. I'm sure that'll never be used again.
Yeah, right. I think we've done about everything, and then we'll go to Corey's breakdown. But the other thing was Lucasfilm Animation is teaming up with Lucasfilm's visual effects team, Industrial Light and Magic, to develop a special Star Wars adventure film for Disney Plus, A Droid Story. This epic journey will introduce us to a new hero guided by R2-D2 and C-3PO. Is there a time period for this at all?
No, nothing given other than it follows R2 and 3PO. So
interesting. And then they announced Willow, or reaffirmed Willow, 2022, and Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones somehow. in 2022.
Somehow, exactly.
Corey.
Yeah.
What a day, buddy. What a huge day. What are you just begin to talk.
I don't even like, I keep getting asked like what my favorite thing is that was announced, and it's really hard to like wrap my mind around that. And I thought it would be Ahsoka, but honestly, Hayden Christensen coming back in Kenobi, I mean, that's got to be it. Like, that's just like, you know, for years, especially through the sequel trilogy, we're always like, dude, where's Hayden? When's he coming in? And now finally we got confirmation that not only is Hayden going to be in it, but he is going to fight Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
I love it.
I hope that was like she was using that figuratively. Like,
oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
In association with Marvel Comics.
Yeah, exactly right. A couple of days ago, I had sort of gotten the, I wouldn't say letdown news, but I sort of got the official like, hey, Rebel sequel is definitely live action. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take that. And so the Rebel sequel will be taking place during the Ahsoka series, which they've set up in, of course, Mandalorian. So that'll be exciting. The Lando thing is probably, yeah.
Did you forget the bit where you go, just like you said it would, Steele? Did you forget that?
Just like you said it would, Steele. That's right. Good job. You got me there. But obviously, you know, back in the summer, Noah and I kept on hearing from a bunch of our sources that a Lando show was coming, and we just kept on hearing it. We waited about 3 months till we finally were like, there's a Lando show coming. And that was really exciting for us to sit there together and get that confirmation of the Lando series. So that was quite a moment. That's actually the thing we wanted to be confirmed the most out of any of our scoops. So that was very exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. It just like can't miss.
No. Yeah.
And also it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Lando's like the dopest character.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's something that is really right for Disney Plus. I think you can explore that character so much more. The Bad Batch, though, yeah, that caught my attention quite a bit. Baby Grogu.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Baby Grogu.
There you go. There's a request from James.
Yeah. The Bad Batch utilizing the Siege of Mandalore animation, and it's basically Clone Wars Season 8. Like, that's basically what we were shown. So, yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for that.
Fennec in there?
Fennec, yeah, Fennec was in there. We saw Tarkin, your boy.
Yeah.
So, that was cool. I think one of the most intriguing things to me, I'm sure you guys have probably shared this already, is the Acolyte show. The fact that they specifically mentioned that it revolves around dark side wielders is that's exactly what I've been wanting to see in Star Wars for a long time. And the fact that it happens right at the end of the High Republic, the last few years is what they said, makes me think that we might get a Plagueis tie-in, because this would be right before Phantom Menace.
Well, I just hope, pray, love that these book writers and comic book writers are in collaboration with Leslie Headland, so we can, do you know what I mean? Because her stuff's going to be so plotted out so well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she, as we were talking about before, she's just got such an attention to detail. So it would be good to have, you know, it feed in. Yeah, like I have such warm memories of reading that Catalyst book as part of Rogue One. It just fit into it so well. I can't believe how happy that Mendo news made Emily. That was insane.
Can't imagine why. No, that's awesome. That's cool. I was actually, as they were talking about the Cassian series, I was kind of crossing my fingers that we'd get a Krennic announcement.
I've stopped hoping for that one.
You know, I kind of think that if Krennic was in it, they would probably that might be a surprise. I could see that being a surprise.
The fact that Ben Mendelsohn has a shaved head right now does not give me much hope for that.
He can probably one of Obi-Wan's wigs.
But if he's just, if he's just doing like if it's just like one episode or something, like that might still happen. But
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, sadly, well, not sadly, but sadly for you guys, happily for me, I've got to go serve my family and go pick up my little dude Harrison. He's going to be so excited when he hears about the Acolyte series being announced. It's going to
oh yeah.
If he's going to be so bummed. None of this stars Baby Yoda. He's going to be the angriest little kid when I tell him what goes on. But tonight we'll be doing our reaction live stream at about 1 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Eastern. I think it's 8 p.m. In Australia on the East Coast. So check in for that, and then I'll probably bounce over to the old Kessel Run transmissions to see what's going on there. We'll have the rapid reaction up tomorrow. For patrons, $3 and up, we'll have Hawes Calls. We're meeting Hawes Gush about the episode for half an hour on the phone. Then Saturday night, back to the roundtable. So it shall be good. Corey, let the good people know what's going on.
Well, I do want to say that stay tuned for next weekend, guys, because we have something really special planned. So just a little sizzle.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can follow us at Kessel Run Transmissions later on tonight. We just did like a 3-hour stream, and we're reacting to all the news as it was coming out. I honestly think I probably destroyed most of our viewers' ears because when the Bad Batch trailer hit, I was just screaming in the microphone. I didn't even realize it, so sorry. Yeah, you can check us out tonight at 4 a.m. So 4 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'll be doing our Mando breakdown, and Steele will be on there more than likely.
Excellent. Emily Lind?
I do a podcast called the Cantabite Dispatch.
And you just put out an episode today. I'm sure it covers all. It has all the information.
Thanks,
all the latest Star Wars news.
Yeah, that's great. It's awesome and good. So thank you for mentioning that yet again. Your friendship means a lot to me.
Well. Our friendship. Wait, how am I going to say this? Unlike our friendship, this episode has gone on
long enough.
God, I had to make sure I didn't bury myself there. Help out the algorithm. Check out everyone's stuff and savor in some sweet Star Wars bliss. May that force be with you.